TurfWorks, and I'm here with Jacob again from Greenstock Nurseries, and we're here today to talk a little bit about some native perennial plants that you might want to incorporate into your landscape. So what are some of the benefits to planting native plants for this area?
That's a good question. There's a lot of benefits. Native perennials, native plants are well suited for Oklahoma weather and our changing seasons. They benefit a lot of native wildlife, including birds with their seeds and bugs as pollinators.
So I would also imagine that these plants are going to be a little bit less maintenance prone than, let's say, something that might not be native. They might be more apt to not get disease and not need quite as much irrigation.
They are better suited for drought conditions, typically, better suited for heat, and also our cold winters.
Great, great. So I guess let's talk about each one of these plants specifically, where you might incorporate it into the landscape,
Sure.
its watering and maintenance requirements, and what it's going to do.
Okay.
Okay?
So, all of these perennials we have in front of us are going to be full sun, heat tolerant bloomers. To my left we have Guara. Guara is a native that'll grow in most of Oklahoma. You can find it in pastures, bar ditches, even your backyard. It'll bloom in the summer. It's a very heat resistant and drought resistant plant. Right below it is our state wildflower. It's a Gaillardia, or a blanket flower, and it's a summer bloomer. It doesn't stop, and it'll take a lot of heat. Verbena, or homestead verbena, is really close to the native one that grows around here, and it'll definitely grow in full sun. Just a little bit of deadheading and you can get this thing to bloom all summer. Goldenrod. So if you see fields of yellow, or at least bar ditches of yellow, it's probably goldenrod in the summer and late spring. And
Not canola.
Not canola. No. Goldenrod, full sun. It's a really pretty showy bloomer for at least a month in late spring, early summer. A few varieties we have. Fireworks.
And we talked a little bit about this beforehand. This cultivar is an upright cultivar that's going to stay pretty compact and bushy as opposed to laying down everywhere.
Yes.
Okay, good, good, good.
Spiderwort, right now in May and June, Spiderwort is blooming. It's a Tridescantia, and you'll see them blanketing pastures. Fuchsia Violet, a lot of really pretty blues and purples.
And you said this is primarily a spring bloomer.
Yes.
So throughout the summer and the fall.
It's pretty much a clumpy grass.
Okay.
Coreopsis, or tick seed. That's a neat one. There's one right there. Full sun, heavy bloomers in the spring, and they can even bloom afterwards if you do just a steady deadheading throughout the summer.
Okay.
Coneflower right down there. Coneflower, or echinacea, is an extremely tough plant. Birds really love their seeds after they're done blooming too, so you can benefit your neighborhood by planting some, helping the birds out. They're a summer bloomer. They can take a lot of sun too.
And they don't quit blooming when it gets too hot.
Nope.
Because I see this and I say, well, it looks a little bit like a Gerber.
A little bit, yeah. They'll get a lot taller, and they'll definitely put up with the heat.
As opposed to
a Gerber.
Stopping blooming and looking a bit weedy.
Yeah. This is a neat one, pretty unique. Liatris. You can find this pretty much in a lot of pastures. Even ones you would think would be inhospitable to plants. They're pretty tough. Liatris is a purple bloomer, and it blooms pretty much one time in the summer and it's worth planting this because it can be really showy.
So as we talk about a lot of these native plants, what are the fertilization requirements for them? Are they going to bloom without fertilizer? Are they going to bloom if they're a bit neglected? Are they still going to look great if you're not a hardcore gardener out there, fertilizing, deadheading every day and doing all those things?
Yeah, natives are a little bit easier to care for. They don't take as much fertilizer. They can actually look kind of leggy or weedy if you over-fertilize and also over-water. They can be a lot more efficient as far as their water consumption.
So as far as plants for Oklahoma, these are the set it and forget it of the landscape.
They can be
if there is such a thing.
Yeah, they can be a lot more easy to care for sure. And they'll continue to bloom for you. They'll continue to grow even with kind of a little bit of neglect.
Great. Well, I appreciate you sharing all these plants with us today, and I hope you're able to get a little bit better idea of all these different species and where you might incorporate them into your landscape to add some color, really, because they all look awesome, for sure. Well, thanks for joining us today. Like I said before, we're here at Greenstock. It's where we get all of our plant material from. They're located at 4000 North Boulevard in Edmond as their retail location. Come see Jacob. He'll be more than happy to show you around and find one of these to fit in your landscape. Thanks a lot.